my friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you here because today we are starting to talk all things Christmas. I have a sort of a haul, things I have been collecting over the last few months that I'm excited to share with you and give you an idea of what I am planning to decorate or how I'm planning to decorate for this Christmas season. To be honest, I'm not going to be straying too much from what I normally do. I am very much the traditional girl with the reds, the greens, the golds. So I'm not going to be straying too much from that, but I'm sure you've seen all over socials and YouTube people talking about the Ralph Lauren aesthetic. I'm kind of leaning into that. So I want to see how I can bring it to life, not throughout all my Christmas decor, probably more concentrated in my dining room, which I just made over in the spring. We still love it. I'll be sure to leave a link to that video in case you want to go back and check out where we started and how we ended up. It is a fabulous makeover. All that to say, I've got a few things I've been picking up here and there throughout the last few months, and I'm excited to share them with you in case you are looking for something very similar. Let's get started. Probably going to start with my Amazon things because they are the things that really have got me really excited to start decorating for Christmas. But first, I wanted to just mention something. As you can see, the hair is completely gray now. I started this journey a year ago, March, thinking I wanted to embrace my natural color. I was tired of coloring all the time. And quite honestly, I really hate it. And truthfully, my family does too. My daughter so eloquently put to me not too long ago, she goes, Mom, there is a reason they make hair color. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep this. I'm in constant contact with my hairdresser. She's wonderful. I must be driving her crazy with all my questions, but I think I'm going to have to go back to more of a natural color, probably not so dark as my last dark brown, maybe a little bit lighter, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling myself. I hate it. So I just wanted to address that right off the bat because it's just really bugging me. Anyways, let's get into some of the things that I've got off Amazon, and I'm so excited about these. I've been picking them up here and there throughout the last few months, since last Christmas. I live in Canada, for those of you that don't realize that or don't know me. So we don't have Hobby Lobby, Target, Kirkland's, any of those cool stores. So to get our hands on the real feel, garlands and wreaths, things like that, has been next level, impossible. Even our Walmart Canada stuff, we don't get the My Texas Home brand. There's a few others that are there and we don't get those. Better Homes and Gardens, they're starting to trickle it in, but we still don't get the same level that you get in the US. But we do have a new beautiful line from a Canadian designer called Fresh, which is fresh in French. And I'm excited to get out and check it out. My stores here, my Walmarts, my Michaels, my Homesense, what else? Marshalls, they're just starting to trickle in the Christmas decor. So I haven't even had a chance to get out and do any shop with me's because there's really nothing to show you. So all that to say, I've been doing some shopping on Amazon in order to get my hands on the real feel, pines and garlands and things like that. And I did stumble across a few really good ones. So if you are in Canada, these are from Amazon Canada site, and I will be sure to leave a link to as many things as I can in the description box below in case you are looking for something similar. But I'm so excited to share these with you. So I think we're going to start with the garlands first. So the first thing I'm going to show you is one I am most excited about, and it's my most recent purchase. I found it recently for quite a good deal on Amazon Canada. Up to this point, they have been outrageously priced. So I'm not sure what's happened this year, how they've come down so far in price, but I am ecstatic about it. So I did pick up, it is the Real Feel Cedar Garland. and I got the 9-foot length, and I think it was around $60 for the 9-foot, which is an amazing price compared to even last year. And it sold out so quickly. There was very few to get your hands on. So I did buy this early September just to make sure that I had it. And I also thought I want to see what it looks like. And if I didn't like it, I could send it back. But I have to say, having been at Hobby Lobby and Kirkland's and that in prior years, this is a really good dupe for those garlands. It is beautiful. It's lush. It needs fluffing, but I think once I get it on my mantle, that's where I think I'm going to put it and get it fluffed and things like that. I think it's going to be beautiful. So yeah, it's not lit, but that's okay. I like adding my own lights to things anyways. So that's the first thing. This was the 9-foot Real Feel Cedar Garland. Now, keeping with garlands, the other thing I did purchase quite a few months ago, and I did get one at the end of Christmas last year, right after Christmas. Amazon restocked some of these things. I think I got it in January, and it is packed away in my Christmas decor, but it is the Real Feel Norfolk Pine Garland, and I got the 6-foot because I believe I have maybe even 2 more 6-foot garlands. I'm not sure when I'm going to use these. Might be my railings. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just beautiful. And oh yeah, this is 2 here. These are 2 intertwined here. I didn't even realize in that box. Look at the box it comes in. Amazing. But yeah, so I got 2 of the 6-foot Real Feel Norfolk Pine. Again, once I get it up wherever it's going to go and fluff it out, I think it's going to be gorgeous. And again, I'll be adding my own lights to it. Now, keeping with Amazon and greenery, I did pick up a box of these Real Feel, I guess they're cedar pine picks as well. I have to say, when they came, I was a little disappointed. They looked a little cheap, this stem, but I think once they're in a vase and fluffed out, I think they'll be fine. Add some red berries in there, some pine cone stems, all that kind of good stuff. You can see here how it already looks much better. Fluff them out, and I think they'll be fine. Or I might use them on a table down as a runner. So I got a box of these. I believe there was 12 in the box. And yeah, so that was another purchase from Amazon. So loving all this Real Feel greenery. I am so happy that I can finally get my hands on it through Amazon, and I'm not paying a fortune for it. Now, another thing I did pick up very recently because I was influenced from somebody on Instagram is a set of 1,000 LED warm white lights. Her light set had an option for like a twinkle set, so it looked like the lights that you see on that viral Home Depot tree that we see, all those twinkle lights and everything. But when I clicked on her link and then copied and pasted into Amazon Canada, it was $150 for that string of lights. So there's no way I was going to pay that. So I found these. Now, you do plug them in, and it doesn't have a remote, which I'm really sad about. That's what that other set did have. It does have, if you can see there, a button where you can adjust the settings. I'm hoping one of the settings that says kind of, not chasing, I forget what it said, but I'm hoping when it's on the tree that it'll give me that kind of twinkle effect. And if not, I'll just keep it on the steady on. And you can set a timer for these to go on and off for up to 6 hours, I think it is. But these were a set of 1,000. I think I paid about $40 for them, which is a much better price than $150. It may not give me the effect I am looking for, but I think 1,000 of these lights on my tree will be just fine. I have a 7-foot slim tree, so I think it's going to look really gorgeous. The next thing I got off Amazon Canada, and as I mentioned, the Ralph Lauren aesthetic is going viral right now, is I picked up some ribbon. I got this gorgeous plaid. Now I know with the Ralph Lauren aesthetic, it's supposed to be the black watch. I think it's called tartan. It's a tartan, not a plaid, but I couldn't find anything like that on Amazon Canada. So I just picked this up to make a bow with, and then I picked up this beautiful navy and gold ribbon. So obviously this will be primarily used in my dining room since we did do it navy. And I'll try to leave a picture here of my inspiration for the bow that I found on Pinterest. If I can recreate something very similar, I will be one happy camper. It's so pretty. So I believe that was it from Amazon. There might be something lying around the house that I've forgotten about, but I think that was it from Amazon. So we'll move over to Michael's, which was really disappointing because I wanted to do a shop with me video for you to show you what we can get up here in Canada. And honestly, the Christmas stock was only starting to come out. They had a whole section for their trees because they've been out for a while and they've had big sales on their trees. They had some garlands up, but nothing. They were just starting to put everything out. Even their picks and stems were nothing to write home about. I did try to get in there to get some of the flocked balls because they always sell out so quickly. And I was happy I did because they were selling out very quickly because it was a buy one, get one. So let me show you the ones that I picked up this year. So in keeping with my Ralph Lauren theme, and I have to say, I hate saying that because it's not really a theme for Christmas. I just decorate the way I like to decorate. And I want to encourage you to do the same. We get caught up sometimes, so many times, in seeing things on social media, and somebody's always dictating a trend for all the different seasons. This year, it is the Ralph Lauren trend. But really, I just decorate the way I like to decorate and try to keep it fairly simple. If I'm leaning into a trend, it's just very minimal. But I encourage you, just decorate the way you want to decorate. Honestly, the other trend is nostalgic, cozy Christmas, which is probably more my vibe. It's the one I've always used. So that's probably more what I'm leaning into because that's what I always do. That's what my decorations are. But I did find, I got 2 packages because they were buy one, get one. 2 packages of the navy flocked Christmas balls from Michael's. So they were $12.99 a piece. I bought buy one, get one. So I got 2 boxes of the navy, which I think is going to look gorgeous in my dining room. I might buy another box to also put some of these on my Christmas tree in my living room so that it kind of all flows throughout the house. I love that. So I got 2 boxes of those. I might get the set that's a little bit bigger. There's like 4 of them and they're slightly larger. And the only other thing I picked up from Michael's were 2 bags of these kind of iced sugared red berries. And these are just great bowl fillers. Scatter them in a bowl with some greenery in it. You know, strategically throw them into a garland on a table. There's just, you know, into a hurricane lamp at the base of a candle. So many different things you can do with them. So I picked up again 2 of these just so I could have them to use them. I know last year a lot of my red berry picks were old and tired and it was time to ditch them. So I know I don't have very many red berries left. I want to get some more picks so I can mix them in with some of the other greenery, but I thought I might as well pick up these. I was glad I did because there was only 2 packages there. I will try to leave a link to anything I have here in the description box in case you would like to check it out for yourself. But these are from Michael's. Buy one, get one right now on some of their Christmas decor items. And that was really it from Michael's. Oh, there is one more thing from Amazon. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I got, you can't really see it, 2 packages of these. They're called scarf clips, but it's a package of 2, a gold and a silver in a pack. And I'm planning on doing a DIY with these for Christmas. So you'll have to stay tuned to see how I use them. But I'm so excited. I got the idea off TikTok, and if I will try to leave a link to this lady's channel on TikTok. She has the Ralph Lauren aesthetic down pat. She has done some gorgeous DIYs, and she's the one that gave me this idea, and I'm excited to try it. But yeah, I got 2 packages. All they had were 2 packages. I'm keeping my eye out in case they have it, in case they come back in stock, and I'll pick up a couple more packages because I only have 4. I would ideally like 8, but for now, yeah. So and they're actually just little scarf ties. So let me know in the comments below. See if you can guess what I am planning to do with these. And don't cheat and look at her TikTok. Put your guesses in the comments below. You go look at her TikTok and see if you can guess what I might be planning to DIY with these. Okay, now we're going to move on to the last place, and that is Homesense. Again, I went in there recently. They had tons of Halloween stuff still. They had quite a bit of Christmas, but I honestly was disappointed with what I saw. There wasn't anything, especially nutcrackers. Usually I get my nutcrackers from Homesense because I love nutcrackers, and I need a new one this year. I like to get a new one every year or so, and I did not like any of them. There was not one that I would have said, like in the past, I've gone in and I've said, oh my gosh, I would love that. I love that one. Not this year. So I'm hoping they start to fill them up once Halloween is over. Maybe more things will come in. But right now, there was nothing really that caught my eye that screamed to me, I need to bring you home. Except for these things. Let me show you. Okay, so speaking of nutcrackers, I did find this box of 4 Martha Stewart Ramekins with the nutcrackers on them. I think they are adorable. I can see myself using one of these for my sugar bowl on my coffee bar, you know, somewhere in the kitchen or somewhere in that, you know, maybe in the living room with some candy in it, things like that. I will get some use out of these, and these were only $7.99 for the set of 4. So I did pick these up. I do have nutcracker glasses that I bring out every year, and these nutcrackers on here really look like the ones on my glasses, so I was excited to find those. And yeah, I thought these were so pretty, and you'll have to come back and see how I use these. Next up was this tree. This wooden tree with the gold star. I thought this was so pretty. It was a little bit on the pricey side considering the size of it and everything. It was $19.99, but this was one thing I thought was so beautiful. I don't have anything like this in my current Christmas decor. I just loved the wood. The texture of it brings a real warmth to it. And again, Ralph Lauren aesthetic leans into the woods. It leans into like the rich fabrics, like the velvets and the deep jeweled colors. So when I saw this, I thought this would be perfect to add into my decor. So I'm excited to use this as well. Now the last thing, it's kind of heavy. Not really Christmas related, but I'm trying to find pieces that I can also use throughout the year. I'm just not looking for Christmas pieces at this point. But it is this riser. It's marble. It is so heavy with the gold feet and rim. It is beautiful. This was only $19.99, and the little Christmas tree was $19.99. Did not make sense to me. I really expected this to be a lot more, but I just love this. I loved the feet on it, and I'll probably use it in my coffee station, which sits on my counter. If you've been around for a while, you know we don't have a separate coffee bar area. I just use a small space on my countertop. And I love to use risers there to give it some interest, so I can see myself using it there. That is exactly what I was thinking of when I found this. And I thought, you know what? Like the little tree on it and maybe a little Nutcracker ramekin with my sugar would look so sweet on here. So that's probably where things are going to end up. But who knows? You know, once you get decorating, you never know what's going to happen, right? So that's the plan right now for this piece. But yeah, I thought this was really a great thing. And I can use this all year long. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the things that I've purchased for my Christmas decor this year. Really excited about all the greenery. I think the important thing for me is with this greenery is not just kind of falling into the trap of buying what everybody else has, but I want to buy more quality pieces. I want to elevate my decor even throughout the whole year. And my garlands, up until this year, we have not had here in Canada, we've not been able to get our hands on some of these things. So to find them on Amazon and now have them, like these are things that'll last for a very, very long time. The type of garlands that I've been using have just been the cheap ones. They've been great because you can make them look beautiful by layering things in. I've not been unhappy with them, but it's time to elevate things and just start to invest in good pieces. It's like when you buy, they say when you buy clothing too, right? It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So that's what I'm most excited about with all this greenery. But I encourage you, you don't have to get out there and buy all the things that you see on social media. I fall trap to that fear of missing out, that FOMO. Like it's just all over social media right now. And even myself, I'm getting tired of just seeing all this stuff. Oh, you need this. You need this. The Christmas decor you need. You need to buy this. You need to buy this. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to buy anything. I know last year after Christmas, I decluttered a lot of my Christmas decor because it was old. It was from the dollar store, which is nothing to shake your head at because honestly, sometimes they have great quality stuff. And that's where I've gotten a lot of my really cute nutcrackers. And I'll be going there very soon to get like my berry picks or, look at my nutcrackers, things like that. But some of the balls, the paint had rubbed off and things like that. So I know I decluttered a lot of stuff at the end of last year. So it was time to replenish some of those things. And some of my garlands, my cheaper garlands, were old and like shedding like crazy. So now I will move those to the outside to use outside because we do get quite harsh weather here. Come November, December, we can get very harsh weather. So that kind of garland holds up really well out there. But all that to say, you don't need to be buying all new stuff. I'm just sharing with you what I found in case you're in the market for some of these things, but don't feel you need to buy all kinds of new things for Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, one last thing. Kind of an update, a life update. Let me explain. So the life update. If you've been around a while, you know that I retired around this time last year. My company went through a restructuring and so I retired. I decided to retire. Well, they recently reached out to me because they've had some gaps in some things, in some work, and they've asked if I would go back part-time to help fill those gaps on a contract basis. And I've agreed to do that. So I will be working 3 days a week. And why am I telling you this? Well, I'm going to try and keep on my schedule of Sundays at 4 o'clock posting. But I hope that you will understand if maybe it's not at 4 o'clock one Sunday, maybe it's not till 7, or maybe I can't get it posted till the Monday. I'm going to try my best because of course now my time for filming will be very limited as well. So I just thought I should share that with you, that my time will be a little bit more limited, but I'm hoping that you will still come back and watch when I finally do post. I'm going to try and stick to that 4 p.m. on Sunday. Let me know in the comments down below, does that work for you guys? Is that a good time? It seemed in the past to be working. It was a little hit or miss. It seemed like 6 o'clock on a Sunday was a better time, which would give me more time to post my videos, but so maybe it's 6 o'clock I have to do on a Sunday. But I'd love to hear from you guys, and I hope to see you back very soon in another video. Probably next Sunday will be my first Decorate With Me video. I have no idea where I'm going to start decorating. I am excited about it, but I have no idea where to start. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed, have your bell notifications on so you know when I post that video, and you can come over and watch. I love having you guys come over, and don't forget to always say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're from, what you enjoyed, you know, what are you guys doing for Christmas? What is your theme for Christmas this year? How do you like to decorate? What colors do you like? I'd love to know all that because it's Christmas. It should be fun. It's all about your own home and what you love to decorate. My daughter's totally different to me. She grew up in this house and she does a totally different Christmas to me. And that's great. So I don't think there's a wrong way to do Christmas, really. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll talk to you next week in our first Christmas decorating video. Have a great week.